At the beginning of the series, we see a girl's dead body lying on the ground. It looks like she was bitten by something, and right in front of her, her father is sitting crying. He says, "Forgive me, my daughter. I didn't just kill you once. I've killed you 99 times, over and over again. It's all because of me that you've ended up like this. But now I have one final chance left. Just one. Please trust me this time, Dammy. I won't fail you again." Then the scene shifts into the past. The man is watching the news on TV, where an emergency broadcast is being aired. The world is ending. Strange creatures are spreading everywhere. We're told that these creatures are actually zombies, and they brought the entire world to collapse in the blink of an eye. That's when his daughter walks into the room and asks, "Dad, what are you watching?" And in that very moment, the man decides they have to survive no matter what. But in the end, even though he manages to survive, his daughter gets bitten by a zombie and dies. And to him, his daughter was his whole world. With her gone, there's nothing left but darkness. He decides to hang himself, but just before he dies, the rope snaps, and right in front of him, a beautiful goddess appears. Compared to her, he looks so small, so powerless. The goddess says something, but we're not told what. Whatever she says, it gives him another chance. He wakes up back in the past, in his room, surprised and confused. Wait, I'm alive? But I died. How am I back here? As he turns and looks in the mirror, he sees the number 99 floating above his head. Ignoring it, he rushes to his daughter's room and knocks. "Dammy! Dammy! Open up! Hurry!" Dammy opens the door confused. "Seriously, Dad? Who bangs on the door like that in the middle of the night? What's the emergency?" He starts panicking, asking her, "You're okay, right? You're not hurt? You're still alive, right?" Dammy, startled, replies, "Did you have some nightmare or something? Why are you acting so weird?" A short while later, he quickly gets Dammy ready to leave, without giving her any real explanation. She doesn't understand what's happening, but follows her father's instructions anyway. He tells her, "I don't have time to explain. We just need to leave, right now." As they rush out, they're suddenly attacked by zombies. The man is killed and wakes up again, back in that same moment where he had first opened his eyes. But this time, the number in the mirror says 98. That's when it hits him. The number above his head is the number of lives he has left. And from that point on, he makes a promise to himself. No matter what, I'll save Dammy. I'll protect her with every single one of these chances. He begins this cycle of constant tries, failing again and again, but never giving up. Sometimes he abandons his own humanity. He stops trying to save others. He only focuses on saving her. He's willing to stoop to any level if it means Dammy survives. But every time, the result is the same. Dammy dies. One time when zombies have her surrounded, he pulls out a knife and kills them all brutally. It's the first time he's killed zombies so fearlessly. And in that moment, he realizes this is the only way. They have to kill every last one of them if they want to survive. From that day forward, he starts hunting zombies relentlessly. He shows them no mercy. Wherever he sees one, he kills it on the spot. But despite his efforts, we see that Dammy has once again turned into a zombie behind him. She cries out, "Dad, help me!" He now only has 13 lives left. And that's when he truly understands. It doesn't matter if he has 100 chances or 1,000. If he's not strong enough, he'll never be able to save her. As she bites his shoulder, he shoots himself. Because if Dammy doesn't survive, then there's no reason for him to go on either. Once again, he resets back to that same moment. This time, he's completely devastated. He's tried everything, every method, every strategy, but the result never changes. Later, Dammy wakes up in the middle of the night, walks in, and asks, "Dad, why are you making so much noise this late?" She sees him packing a bag, holding a knife, and starts getting nervous. "Dad, what are you doing?" But instead of answering, he gives her a tight hug and whispers in her ear, "I promise, even if I have to be born 100 times, or 1,000, I'll always save you. You just need to trust your dad, sweetheart." Dammy doesn't understand what's going on, but she agrees to trust him. Now, when he has only one chance left, he finally discovers a place called Jinda. It's a beautiful, secure shelter. After 99 failed attempts, he's finally found the perfect place. A controlled zone filled with soldiers and a mobilized base. There's a university hospital where survivors are treated with care. The system works. Law and order are maintained. People are living real lives. This place actually feels like home. He says, "I've spent 40 years here. My daughter, I know you've been waiting for me, but I had to see if this shelter would survive till the end of time. And now that I know it will, now that I'm sure it's safe, you can live here in the future too. This will be our final destination. Just wait for me. Your dad will get you there. This time for real." And with those words, he shoots himself again and returns back to that familiar moment, opening his eyes once more, preparing everything to leave the house. As always, Dami doesn't know anything. They just exchange a silent look. But her father is determined. He thinks to himself, in those 40 years, she always died before reaching the shelter. But in all that time I prepared. I planned every step, every strategy. This time I won't let anything happen to her. He opens the door with full confidence, but is instantly frozen in shock. Right outside their house is an enormous zombie horde, bigger than anything he's ever seen. In all those 99 lives, not once did he face a situation like this. He'd spent 40 years carefully preparing the path to the safe house, but he'd never accounted for something this unpredictable. He stands there paralyzed, as the memories of all his past lives flood his mind, and for the first time, he has no idea what to do. As the zombies see a person standing still, they start charging toward him aggressively. The man is still in shock, completely frozen, and the zombies are closing in fast. Just then, from behind, Dami shouts, "Dad, what are you doing?" That snaps him back to reality. He quickly grabs Dami, pushes her back inside, and slams the door shut from the outside. Dami doesn't even get a moment to process what just happened. She runs to the door and shouts, "Dad, what are you doing out there? Open the door!" She keeps pounding on it, panicking. But her dad is standing firmly on the other side, blocking the door. Meanwhile, the zombies reach him and begin biting him brutally from all directions. In that moment, he thinks, what could possibly be more painful for a father than watching his daughter die right in front of him? Nothing. He tells himself, I can endure this. I've seen my daughter die 99 times already. Compared to that, this pain is nothing. We see the zombies desperately trying to bite any inch of his body they can reach. And he remembers the day his daughter was born, how it felt like a light had entered his life, giving it new meaning. In the present moment, he calls out to Dami, "You don't have to cry. I'm right here. Your dad's going to protect you. Nothing's going to happen to you." And then he wonders, is this how it's going to end again, just like every other time? But this time he refuses to accept defeat. He slams his foot against the gate, using all his strength to block the horde of zombies. Some kind of energy begins to flow through his body, and he swears to himself, even if I have to go through this 1,000 times, 10,000 times, I'll never give up. Even if I die, my daughter will live. Fueled by pure rage, it seems like something awakens inside him. A strange ability. He pushes the zombies away with incredible force. But as they recover and come at him again, we see him grab one zombie and twist its head clean off. And he doesn't stop there. He starts crushing the rest with his bare hands. Then, one zombie bites his shoulder. He responds by biting it back, tearing it to pieces in a vicious frenzy. He's eliminating the zombies in a brutally relentless way. Some of them don't even realize they've been killed again. There are still a few zombies left, but now they're standing face to face with this man who looks like a bodybuilder, towering, terrifying. When he locks eyes with the horde for the first time, the zombies begin to tremble. They're scared, and he thinks, this is my 100th failure. Meanwhile, Dami, watching from inside, sees the gates slowly begin to open. Hope fills her eyes, and standing there is her father. He looks at her and thinks, no matter what, I won't give up. Don't worry, Dami. Even if I'm no longer human, I'll keep protecting you. Till the end. We see that this man has completely changed. He looks at her and asks the same question. Are you okay, sweetheart? And finally, we learn his name, Rumen. From here, the scene shifts to a mart in the Mipo district of Seoul. A soldier stands outside, furious, staring at a bizarre scene in front of him. He yells, "Who the hell are you people? There are zombies roaming everywhere. How the hell did you make it this far alive?" There's silence. No one replies, and that only makes him angrier. "Say something, damn it, or I'll assume you're zombies and blow your heads off myself." We then see it's none other than Rumen and his daughter. But even now, Rumen says nothing. The soldier's irritation grows. Don't tell me you're some kind of celebrity I've never heard of. And what's with the sunglasses, huh? That's seriously pissing me off. At that moment, a female soldier, clearly higher in rank, steps forward and says, "Stand down, I'll handle this." We learn that she's the ex-captain of this army unit. Her name is Cha-Hyeri, but we'll call her Charon. She walks up to them and says bluntly, "There's no room for anyone else here. Go find shelter somewhere else. You heard me. Get lost." Rumen, acting desperate, says, "My daughter's been walking for days. She has asthma. She's having trouble breathing. Please, give her some medicine. Help her." Dami starts coughing to make it believable. Rumen shouts, "At least save my daughter. I don't care what happens to me. Just let her in." Hearing this, Dami is completely stunned. And Sharon? She doesn't seem to react at first, but the very next second, her expression shifts to anger. A subordinate soldier behind her mocks the situation, saying, "You really think telling a sad little story is going to move the captain? You think she's just going to let you in because she feels sorry for you?" But we can see it has affected her. Tears run down her face from both her eyes and nose. She finally agrees. "Let them in, but don't get any ideas. I'm only letting you in because we're short on manpower. You'll be working for us." One of the soldiers jokes, Captain, maybe wipe your nose first." Then he tries convincing her again. "Are you sure we should let these people in?" Rumen just stands there thinking, "Sharon, you haven't changed a bit." He tells us that Captain Sharon is a retired soldier who helped establish this defense zone with a small group of survivors. She runs the entire supermarket-turned-shelter. As for her personality, cold-blooded, like a snake. But if someone makes a real parental sacrifice in front of her, she can't help but get emotional. Meanwhile, Dami is furious with her father. "Dad, why would you come up with a plan like that? One where they take me and you stay out. If you ever try anything like that again, I want a proper explanation." Right then, a soldier walks over and says, "Come with me." Dami starts acting again, coughing harder this time to make it seem like she's really sick. Her dad holds her up and thinks to himself, her mental strength is deteriorating day by day. She hasn't had any real rest in a long time. She needs to recover soon, or things could get dangerous for her. He considers two possible reasons for her condition. The first, an incident that happened about a week ago. He can understand that. But the second issue is more complex. He's been bitten by zombies, but hasn't turned. Instead, he's become far more powerful. And this body he's in, it looks like his, but it isn't exactly his. After that transfer, is it possible I've completely turned into a zombie? The MC explains that if you want to survive in the early stages of this zombie world, you need to have abundant supplies. And the A-Mart is packed with everything you need. In fact, it's the only base in this entire area where the soldiers maintain solid control and we're actively protecting the people. He looks over at a nearby building and notices it has completely collapsed, something that never happened in his previous life. Surprised, he asks, "What happened to that side building? It never collapsed before." A soldier responds sarcastically, "You talk like you've seen the future or something." Then he explains that 3 days ago, a massive horde of zombies attacked their base. To protect everyone, the captain lured all the zombies into that building by herself. After that, they rigged the entire structure with explosives and blew it up, eliminating every single zombie in one shot. It was a huge success. After such a massive explosion, only a few zombies might have survived. And if they did, they were either really lucky or still trapped inside. But Rumen keeps staring at the ruins with a deadly look in his eyes. The soldier notices and says, "Why are you staring at that wreckage so hard? You think some zombies are going to crawl out of there?" Just then, behind that soldier, a huge, disgusting zombie appears out of nowhere. The soldier turns around and is completely stunned. What we see is a mutant zombie, giant, muscular, and extremely powerful. Within seconds, the mutant launches a vicious attack, destroying a large section of the area and nearly killing the soldier. Then it turns its attention to Captain Sharon. Using her agility, she dodges the attack, and as the other soldiers realize what's happening, they scramble into position. Sharon quickly regains control and yells, "All units, open fire!" The soldiers immediately begin shooting at the mutant zombie, but it only enrages the creature. It retaliates, killing 3 or 4 soldiers in brutal fashion. One of the remaining soldiers freezes in fear, completely unable to move. Sharon rushes in, saves him just in time, and slaps him across the face. "Get a grip! This is a critical situation. You should have run inside already." In her mind, she knows this is not like the attack from 3 days ago. This is no ordinary zombie. Then she spots the shelter and shouts, "Everyone, fall back into the mart!" As the team rushes toward the entrance, Rumen tries to stop Sharon, but she doesn't listen. Rumen turns around and sees his daughter. The moment he lays eyes on her, the protective father in him awakens. With fury in his heart, he turns around and charges at the mutant zombie, ready to punch it with everything he's got. Meanwhile, Sharon thinks to herself, all the other entrances are sealed. If we lure the zombie inside through the front gate, we can trap it and find its weak spot. Then we eliminate it. But as she gets to the gate, she's shocked. All the survivors are still gathered at the entrance when they should have already moved to the underground bunker in case of an emergency. Confused, she stops and orders, "Get these people out of here! I'll hold off the monster!" Then she looks back and doesn't see Dami's father anywhere. Suspicious, she turns to Dami and says, "Don't tell me your dad ditched you and ran off to save his own life?" Dami points toward the zombie and says, "Look over there." Sharon turns and is stunned. Rumen is standing face to face with the mutant zombie, hammering its head with bare-handed punches, one after another, until the entire skull is crushed. The scene is so intense that everyone, including the soldiers and survivors, is frozen in horror. Some parents even cover their children's eyes. After taking down the mutant, Rumen starts walking back toward Sharon. He looks at her and says, "I'm sorry. I broke the promise I made to your father. I just got scared. I was terrified that my daughter might get hurt." Sharon points a gun at him and asks, "What, exactly, are you?" Rumen removes his sunglasses and replies, "My name is Rumen." Watching this, Dami silently panics. "Stupid dad. If you tell them the truth, they'll try to kill you." Then Rumen speaks again. "I'm Dami's father, and I'm a zombie expert." Sharon raises an eyebrow. "Zombie expert? What's that supposed to mean?" "Roll," Rumen explains. "When the outbreak started, my job was to analyze the zombies, figure out their weaknesses so people could survive. Luckily for all of you, I'm still useful, and I'm willing to work with your team moving forward." Sharon seems pleased. "Oh, is that so?" But in the very next moment, she presses a blade to his neck and says, "You really think I'm that stupid?" Dami starts to get nervous. "You took down a zombie immune to bullets with your bare hands, and your eyes? They're red, just like a zombie's. Now tell me the truth. Are you even human?" Rumen replies calmly, "Those guns you used, they were actually pretty effective." Sharon narrows her eyes. "What's that supposed to mean?" He continues, "The bullets weakened the zombie. That's what allowed me to land the final blow. That creature was called an eater. It's a type of mutant that forms when two or more zombies fuse together. They keep merging with more and more zombies, growing bigger and stronger by the minute. Their defense becomes incredibly tough, which is why your bullets didn't seem to work. But it was those bullets that actually softened it up. Its weakest point is the jaw.